So since I have the negative result this morning, so I'm getting ready to go home tomorrow. So my booking is actually until tomorrow. So I've already informed the reception that I'm gonna check out early tomorrow because my flight is around 7:50 in the morning. And just to be sure, I need to go there early. So what's going to happen is that I'm going to go straight to the airport. I'm not sure whether they're going to accompany me from here to the airport. I was told before, but that isn't that's not confirmed. So, but the taxi that I'm going to use is the same one that I have used yesterday. The one that I used when I came here. I forgot to tell you about the transportation with which you need to arrange from the airport and coming to the hotel that you're going to. If you're in OFW, it's being arranged by the government. So from the airport, they were fetched by like a big bus, and then they were sent straight to their quarantine hotel. For the non-OFWs like me, we had to arrange for it. So we were given choices when we were in the airport. Either you get the meter taxi or the fixed rate taxi. I chose the fixed rate because just to be sure that I'm not going to be asked for more than what should be paid for. And no matter how long it will take me to arrive in the hotel, the payment is already fixed. So they've got like a board and they have divided the places in Manila into zones, okay? And then in each particular zone there's already a particular price for it. Like for example, for me, I'm going in Ermita, Manila, so it's 530 pesos for me from the airport to here. Whether that's expensive or not, I don't know, but for me that's fine because I didn't want to risk paying even more than what I'm supposed to be paying. Okay, so I just added a bit when I arrived here in the hotel. Whilst in the taxi, they have makeshift na parang plastic to cover to make sort of like a barrier, just like Uber, like a barrier from the driver to the passenger, so you're not supposed to ride on the front seat. So that's what I did. And also I have booked myself a ticket for Cagayan de Oro, and I chose PAL. The main problem for me was that seats in both seats, both flights in Cebu Pacific and in PAL, they have a particular price for if you've got a check-in baggage. So this is a bit of a conundrum. Sorry, it's not fair because when you go home, you're expected to bring. If you're someone coming from abroad, you will have a check-in baggage, really. And although the prices were not that high, the fare, but then you've got to pay for your check-in baggage, which Sa international na mga airlines naman, you are allowed, for me, I was allowed to bring one baggage with 23 kilogram na allowance and then one hand carry. So I have to bring that to Cagayan de Oro, but then now I have to pay for that 23 kilos because that, like, it's not included in the fare. So it's quite confusing. So what if I have brought, there are some airlines that will allow you to bring two check-in baggages. So it's a good thing I only brought one, because then I would have to pay even more, isn't it? This is something that is new to me sa Philippines lang naman, but it's okay. It's okay. Everywhere you need to pay for additional services. I guess that's how it works then. So I had to buy about 30 kilos of additional check-in baggage, because the options were just 20 and 30. There's no in between. So I'd rather get the 30 than the 20, because I would have an excess baggage again of 3 kilos, because I know for sure that my bag is around 23 kilos. I did not go anywhere, so it's the same thing that was inside there when I arrived from a week ago. So I know for sure it will have the same weight. So I'd rather pay for more than when I arrive in the airport. I have to pay for additional baggage again. I mean, for the additional kilos that I have incurred. So that's it. And also in PAL, there's another registration, for the SIF code. Now I've already answered this already when I arrived, but when you click on the PAL website and you click on traveling within the Philippines, it's advised that you need to fill in this form, and a health declaration form, and an electronic CIF form. So, and then you can generate a code. I've also downloaded the Trace app as well, just to be sure, but it didn't, I don't know whether that's still necessary or not. I just want to be sure of things, because I don't know, there's so many things to be done. So many things to be done, really. But anyway, I'm just thankful that my test is negative. So I'm just getting ready now, and I'm really excited to go home tomorrow, and fingers crossed everything will be smooth sailing. What I'm planning is that, because I didn't buy much pasalubong because of the baggage and I'm allowed, diba, you can buy inside duty free when you're inside. You can buy inside sa airport. So I would do that probably for tomorrow when I go home, to buy some things for the family, because I didn't bring much. It's really different kung you have something, isn't it? Bisan gamay lang. I'm getting emotional. Whoever has been with me all throughout this journey, all those vlogs, you'd know na my energy is going down. But now that I have the negative swab, I'm so happy. So that's why I'm going to in this vlog as well, I'm going to show you, I would eat them all again if being offered to me. No complaints here, okay? Apart from that, just to have a review for this hotel, I'm staying in Manila Lotus Hotel, and it's okay. If I had to rate it from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, let's rate it in 3 parts. Okay, first, the cleanliness and the facilities inside, then second, the food, and third is the services that they have provided whilst inside. Okay, so first is the cleanliness and the facilities. I would say that's 10 out of 10. Okay, so when I arrived, it was so clean, and you can't find, not clean like stellar clean, but I don't have any complaints. Toilet was so clean. There's no any unwanted odors or anything. The sheets were fine, and there was one chair that's not really good, but it was broken already when I arrived. Anyway, and they provided a kettle. There's a small fridge, and yeah, there's so many compartments. That's a good thing. There's so many compartments, and there's a big cupboard. Mirrors are everywhere. So maybe one thing is, because next time, this is an advice for you. If you're going to book for a quarantine hotel for those non-OFWs, maybe choose the one which has a view. So even though you can't open the window, you can still see people outside, cars, or any view at all. Because mine hasn't got any. When you open the curtains, it's another wall. So it's really, I'm really isolated like mad. I mean, top-notch isolation. And then, so that's one thing. Make sure. And second is about the food. Okay, the food, 8 out of 10 out of 10. The reason, food is delicious, I must say, especially the breakfast ones, and they're but it's okay. I love watermelon, so 8 out of 10 for the food. And next is the services. So there was a problem with my AC. They had to change it 3 times because it wasn't working. But they were very prompt though. When you call the reception and ask them that can you check my AC? They will come and they will check, because there was a time it was in 3 in the morning. I was sweating like mad, and I had to call the reception, and they came. At first they said they would move me somewhere because there was no one to sort out the AC. So it was mad. I said, "Are you sure it's 3 in the morning?" But I don't mind because I was wide awake. Yeah, that's one thing. And another thing is, it was a risk, you see. So there were people coming. I mean, there were 2 people coming in the room, and that is a risk for my isolation. I had to go to the other side, so I will be far from them, because I'm still going to have my swab, isn't it? I don't want to risk it to be in close contact with another person, and then yeah, isn't it? Do you understand? You get me? So that was the risk that was the problem for that. So the problem for that was the problem. And also I think I was expecting a bit of professionalism, I would say, with there was one incident only with the reception. When I called them to say that I will check out early tomorrow at 5 in the morning, that's what I said. Now, don't get me wrong, I speak with them in English and a bit of Tagalog. Ang Tagalog ko ay hindi masyadong maganda ang Tagalog ko. May halong Bisaya, Ilonggo ang Tagalog ko. So, mahirap hindi maintindihan ba? Ganito ako magtagalog even sa London, na makipag-usap ako sa mga kaibigan ko na Tagalog. You can ask my friends. My Tagalog is more or less more of Ilonggo and Bisaya, and even my tone. So I'm pretty sure that I said 5 in the morning. Hindi ko sinabi na 5 sa gabi or 5 ng hapon or 5 p.m. And he said to me that I'm not sure, ma'am, because we are fully booked and we might not be able, in Tagalog ito we might not be able to cater late na check out. Sabi ko, oh, I said 5 in the morning. I will be, no, you told, that's what I said, ma'am. Hindi namin ano yung term niya sa Tagalog, hindi namin ma-confirm kung pwede ka bang mag-check out ng late. Sabi ko, hindi nga po, mag-check out po nga ako mag-check out nga po ako ng 5 ng umaga. So sabi niya, okay. that's not, hindi naman po problema yan. O, tingnan mo, hindi pala problema. O niya, parang naano na siya ba na, di ba sabi, parang sinabi niya na hindi talaga pwede kasi bakit ka, mag-check out ng after 12 daw talaga yung check out. Sabi ko, that is even an advantage, isn't it? Because if I check out early, they can actually clean the room immediately and someone can use the room if they can check in early, isn't it? So, naisip ko, ano ba sinabi ko? Di ba, 5 in the morning? Ano ba ibig sabihin? Sana sinabi ko pala, 5 ng umaga. Oh, grabe naman na Tagalog yun. I mean, seryoso ba yun? So, I was a bit off. That was a bit off for me. But it's okay. Okay, don't worry. That wasn't the reason why na ang aking rating sa Manila Lotus Hotel is 8/10. The main thing, bakit 8/10 ang aking Manila Lotus Hotel is because I wasn't what we call this, there should have been a more specific way of monitoring us while we are in the quarantine. When I say monitoring, for the symptoms, yeah, because how will they know that I am coughing in between? How will they know that I have fever? What if I just keep it and I won't tell them? I would stay here until my day 6, but I was already having a fever in between. How would they know? Because no one checks. No one will check. No one has checked me. No one has asked me whether do I have symptoms. In the instructions, you have to be the one to report to them. But you see, that is like a room for cheating. If I was someone who really wants to go home and I don't want to report anything because that might stop me from going home, I might just have fever from the change of temperature, or maybe I might just have a bit of allergy, but still that is a symptom of coronavirus and that should be reported, right? I mean, that's one thing. I mean, that's the main thing for me. I don't know how they're going to change that. For me, I would have suggested, my suggestion would be they should do a random check during the day, and they should put that on the house rules already, that from say 9 till 6 someone will come to check your temperature and just check on you for 5 to 10 minutes, just to make sure that you are not experiencing any of the symptoms. And then that person can be a nurse or just someone who can not really inspect you or assess, just really to ask the timely questions, isn't it? That would be the best thing to do. Maybe from the barangay health workers can do that, and they have checked our temperature downstairs, so they can use that again. Or what they can do is provide us with a thermometer, each one of us, and let us record our temperature, depending on the honesty of the person. But I would do that as well. If that is mandatory, then I would do that as well, just to be sure that I'm not experiencing any of the symptoms, or if I am, it's not coronavirus, and then I can be tested. I can be, it's, what if you're already having a difficulty of breathing and you're on your own? No one would know. No one would actually know unless you call them. Say if I have a heart attack now, I'm not saying that, okay? Say if I just have a stroke or something, no one will actually know, because the only time that you come out is to get your food, and that is 3 times in a day, and they will just knock. If no one will come out, how would they know that you're actually doing well inside? So that's my worry. Or am I just paranoid? Okay, so anyway, that's all in all. I am saying 8/10, and if I were ever going to travel again, should I stay again in Manila Lotus Hotel? Definitely yes. yes, I would definitely. And if I'm gonna be asked whether I recommend it, whether my recommendation is salt salt or not, yes, I recommend Manila Lotus Hotel. Okay.